Hello and welcome to Dreamscape. This is CAASPP and it's on the advanced level, so we'll see what happens here. All right, so I'm in full screen mode. Let's see if I didn't crash the computer. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at these questions. As usual, I'm going to click on question first to preview to see how much I need to read, where I need to focus. Generally, I'll probably have to read the entire passage, but actually it helps when you are looking at a passage, parts of a passage, with a specific objective in mind. You're kind of searching for something. And then when you go back and read it, the whole thing together, you'll probably have a better understanding of the passage as a whole. Okay, first question. What did Mustafa see that was most startling? So this looks like a factual kind of thing so far. A crown with hundreds of human teeth embedded in it, an eerie orange glow, the digger's face, a beat up leather book. So we're just looking for a fact. Let's see. I'm kind of I skimmed over the first part of the passage and I don't see anything. He's in a dream. He hears digging. None of this seems shocking so far. At night, there's a courtyard filled with shadows. He could see the pointy black tips of the gate. Digging. He's wondering if it isn't Joseph, or perhaps it looks like maybe he just is thinking maybe he'll ask Joseph for the keys to the courtyard. Okay, keeps looking for that digging. Okay, so now we're exploring. We're seeing, what is it we're going to see? So I do see mounds of black earth were piled all around the large pit in the ground, and a vivid orange glow was coming from its unseen depths. So far, now I'm thinking orange glow. Closest to him were objects covered in dirt. The first was a large book, leather bound, so that was another one of our choices. Not so startling, though. The other was a headdress of some kind or a crown. Let's see, that stones embedded all across its surface. And then he realizes that the crown was not jewels or stones, but hundreds of human teeth. Okay, that seems pretty shocking, but more than just my opinion, I'm going to see that Mustafa's eyes widen and he lets out his breath in a gasp. Okay, both those things probably support the idea that he is surprised. And then, so I think I have enough to go back and answer this question. What was most startling? Oh, but see, I need the digger's face. I need to know. I'm guessing that it's probably D, but let's go back. And everything was gone that he saw. Okay, it looks like, it doesn't look like he saw the face of the digger. Yeah, he ran away. He ran away before he sees anything. So, this is not really stepping out on a limb here. I'm guessing that it's the hundreds of human teeth embedded in the crown that's would occur to me as something that's relatively startling. And plus, we have the evidence of him, gasping and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one, and there we go. Correct. All right, collect my goodies. And let's see, my storage could use some improvement. All right, next question. Preview the question. What do you think Mustafa will most likely do next? Stay hidden, go get his parents, sneak outside for a closer look? Any of the above are reasonable predictions. Okay, well, how do you make a prediction? We get a sense of, especially if we're talking about a prediction about a character, what a character will do. what type of person, even though they're imaginary, what type of imaginary person this is, and then kind of think about what their actions so far have indicated, and generally we'll try to project that into the future. Okay, so we got most of the way through the passage. He wakes up and he runs out to the courtyard and he looks, and there's no pit, no light, no crown with human teeth. It's just uh, a man looking at a magazine and drinking coffee, and a woman and a daughter having a tickle fight. So hardly anything sinister going on. Seems more like an everyday kind of stuff, if not kind of like a nice place to be. So then he wonders, what a terrifying dream. So he chalks it up to being in his imagination. He goes to have breakfast with his family. That night he yawns, leans back, wondering what might happen the next day for breakfast. So it's kind of a mundane thing. So he's already forgotten about, what happened the previous night, or I guess he thinks he dreamed it. Then as he starts to fall to sleep, boom, he hears that clang, there's digging going on again. Ooh, clinging. Okay, so now what? Will he stay hidden under his covers this time based on what happens next? Well, it was pretty scary what happened the previous night. That seems like a reasonable prediction. Go get his parents. Well, the first time he didn't, right? But then there was scary stuff going on. So again, that sounds like it could be a reasonable prediction. Sneak outside for a closer look, also a reasonable prediction, I would guess, since he did that before. So my guess would be D, but it is a guess. If we went purely based on behavioral psychology, we would say previous behavior is the best predictor of future behavior, and therefore he's probably just going to sneak outside for a closer look. However, I'm going to say that any of these are reasonable predictions. Let's see what happens. All right, so I got that one correct. Correct.
Yeah.
This is half built now.
Yeah.
Can I build more than one thing? Yeah. Oh yeah, I do, but I have to build another Dreamweaver thing. That would have been smart, but I did not do that. There we go. I want to build that. I just place them any old place when I'm building them, because then I can just move them later. All right. Next question. Are we still on the same one? Yes, we are. Why did Mustafa get a feeling like, quote, an icy stone falling into his stomach, quote, after he first woke up? Because he was cold. That's a very literal, probably very incorrect answer. He was not feeling well. Again, same kind of problem. He was excited about his dream. Excited could have, sometimes we say it when it's with a negative connotation, but very rarely. He remembered what happened during the night. So I probably don't even need to return to the passage to answer this one. I'm going to guess that the icy stone falling into his stomach is because he remembered what happened. And that is correct. There's all the stuff. All right, let's see. It looks like maybe I have time for one more.
Yeah.
Upgrade again. Yes, take all my money, my imaginary money. Question. Here it is again. What is meant by the phrase having too vivid of an imagination? Well, too vivid. I guess I would have to know what too vivid is, but we can, if or if Mustafa thinks that his dream was so vivid that he thought it was real, then probably it's a negative thing, right? Probably not silly or funny or not being clear. It's probably overactive, right? So powerful that it defies reality.
Yeah.
Okay, time to upgrade this. And let's see. Go back. Question. Which of the following phrases show that Mustafa is afraid? So I can imagine that they're not going to give me a fake, phrase. So it says his heart was starting to beat a little louder. Yeah, that shows that he was afraid. He noticed that the hand gripping his blanket was sweaty. Yep. A steady breath, which was coming hard and fast. Yes, all those things kind of seem to indicate that he was afraid, and I didn't even have to look back at the passage that time.
Yeah.
The author used several sound words to enhance the text. What did you visualize when reading jab, patter, and whisper? Jab, patter, and whisper. Okay, the digger. So I could go back to the passage for this one. The digger fighting with someone, the sound of wind on the leaves of trees, the digger shoveling up dirt and then tossing it away, or the digger talking to himself. Or jab, patter, whisper. So the whisper would be what? So we have shoveling up dirt and tossing away, jab, patter, whisper. Fighting with somebody, well, it wouldn't be a whisper, I would think. So I might have to go back to the passage and look for where that is, right, to confirm. But jab, patter, whisper probably sounds like he was digging. Jab, patter, some kind of walking. I want to say this one, the digger shoveling up dirt and tossing it away, but I'm not sure that that goes with the whisper part. So I'm going to go ahead and say talking to himself, because we got the digging, we have the talking, and I'm just going to hope that that one's right. Oh, and it is not right. I just killed it. I killed my my lead here, and I should have stuck with my original instinct. One more question. Why did he most likely not tell anyone about what was keeping him or waking him up? He didn't think anyone would believe him. He was worried that the digger would find out. He liked the digger. He didn't want to be prohibited from watching late night movies. Well, in all, there's no reason. He wasn't spotted by the digger, so he doesn't have any reason to worry about that. So it's probably that being worried that his overactive imagination will get him in trouble. Right. Next morning, why did Mustafa laugh when he looked out the window? It's probably a laugh of relief, I'm guessing. And that's consistent with that first answer. One last one here. What evidence from the text supports the inference that all of this was just a dream? He woke up to the same sound? No. No longer felt like going back to sleep? No. He rose slowly and let the scent of bacon wash over him before opening his eyes? Yes, that probably is it. And then the last one also doesn't make sense. Let's see, and that is correct. All right, so I hope this helped you out a bit anyways in getting your Dreamscape up and running.